so. I don't know why. I need to know. But what I'm feeling now is like a mystery to me. The sky is falling and I'm wondering why. So many days and nights have passed me by without you standing here. There's nothing left for me to see. Forever comes and forever goes, but where it stops I'll never know. Stay a little while. There's nowhere we have to be. Cause I don't need to know right now. There's no one left beside me anyhow. Stay a little while. There's no one meant for you but me. Oh yeah. Sometimes I wish that I could fly away. When the night is cold and I don't want to stay, I need to understand. The mystery is clear. So stay a while and hold out your hand. I do believe, I believe that soon I'll understand the way you're moving me. There's nothing left for me to fear. Forever comes and forever goes, but where it stops I'll never know, never know. But stay a little while. There's nowhere we have to be. Cause I don't need to know right now. There's no one left beside me anyhow. Stay a little while. There's no one meant for you but me. There's no one, no one. Oh, 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 yeah. I don't know how you move me so. I don't know why I need to know. But what I'm feeling now is like a mystery to me. Stay a little while. There's no one meant for you but me.
Good morning. That was the incredible James Twyman. And I love James Twyman. Stay a little while. Hey, you, stay a little while. It's time for a cup of grata with a shot of expression and one squirt of reality, at least. You know, hey, I might give you two. You never know. 2 for 1, maybe. See who wants to pop on. Good morning to my husband. Hello. I am grateful for you too. Thank you. That's awesome. Who are you grateful for? And I want to know. Put it into the chat. And thank you for joining me right now. We're going to talk about confidence and self-esteem versus being conceited. And it came up this morning when I was listening to a podcast. I love Lewis Howes. And it really made me start thinking, because confidence, when do we decide if confidence is just being conceited, and why are we judging it to begin with? Hey, Facebook user, I don't know why it's not telling me. I'm going to guess if it says, hey, Deb, like that, probably John Fiore. Am I right about that? Speaking of which, John, if you'd like to come on with me this morning, I'm going to be on for about a half an hour. I will send you the link in the chatty poo. In fact, anybody who wants to come on with me, I'm going to go ahead and post the link. That's one of the things I had put into the comments this morning. If you want to come on and hang out for a few minutes and share your insight, there's the StreamYard link. All you got to do is jump right in, and I'll bring you into the studio and you can say hi live in person, just like we're doing here right now. So confidence. I want to talk about what it's like, what I used to feel, because God, here we go. I remember when, but it's not one of those stories. This story has to do with, I remember the time when somebody wanted me to come on their show. This is like 6-7 years ago. It was Practice Gratitude Success with Bob Miller. And he's like, come on, just come on and be a guest. I'm like, I am not going to go on video. No, I'm just not going to do it. What do you mean? Why wouldn't you? Why would I? Like, why am I? Oh God, no. I did not think that I had what it took to show up on camera. It was like I had no self-esteem and no self-confidence. And it really took a minute. Anybody out there resonate with literally just not feeling like that's something you could do because you're just too nervous, too worried about what someone else will think about you? I mean, a lot of you watching right now probably aren't feeling that because, heck, you've probably been working on this for years. But there might be someone out there who feels this way, and this one's for you. It's like a commercial, right? Like almost a coffee commercial. Hey, this one's for you. Okay. So what it took. Okay, good. Got somebody out there who resonates with this. So I was absolutely, no. That's in fact why I put the StreamYard link into the chat, because if you've ever thought about getting online and you've been too fearful of doing it, right now is your time. And that means any of you, go for it. So I remember, I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, yeah, I've got this flaw, that flaw, can't do it because of this. Oh, I'll try it when I'm this, when I'm that. Win. It was like this win story. Well, here's the thing. Somebody, Facebook user, says it's windy. Wind is not a win-win like a W-I-N, W-H-N, and there is no W-I-N in a W-H-N. Y'all feel me? Like you can't win on that win, because it doesn't work, because it never comes. It never, ever comes. Win doesn't come. So I'd stand there and I'd just give myself all these excuses and reasons why I was not good enough to show up online, put myself on camera, and do this thing. And my self-esteem it was rattled. Why? Because of old belief systems that I wasn't worthy or deserving enough. That's why. Because I had this belief that I really wasn't that attractive and didn't really want, I don't know. It's just really, that's how it was. Period. There's just that's it. So I started working on myself, and this is really important. I started looking in the mirror. I really did. And I'd stand there and I'd look in my eyes and I would cry and I would feel, like, wow, am I ever going to actually feel this way? Truly. Like I was BSing myself, but I'm all about the mind fuck is what I call it, because that's what you're doing. You're resetting your brain. And sometimes you just have to say it, even when you don't believe it, because this really weird thing happens. All of a sudden you start believing it. So What I find interesting now that I explained where I was. Now, y'all know to look at me now, that's not the story, is it? No, because I've been showing up online for doing this for 5 years. My self-confidence has grown and grown. If you go back and look at me years ago, you'll be like, what the hell? I was terrible. Oh my God. Geez, Jiminy Crickets. It's digital. It's out there like forever. But you know, the thing about that is that I still did it. I jumped in and I did it. I didn't wait for the win. I didn't wait for win to come because what I discovered was win's not coming. In fact, you know, it's a great procrastination hack for you. When is it going to get there? If you're putting something off when it's going to feel more comfortable to do it, guess what? It's never going to happen. It just isn't, because you're going to continually give yourself excuses why it's not going to happen, and you're never going to do it. Well, that's not true. I can hear the egos popping up right now. That's not true. I'm going to do it. In fact, you know what? Joe Syker said, oh, you'll see. He said it to me the other day. You'll see. And I was like, are you saying that for me or yourself? Because I don't need to hear it. Y'all feel me? I mean, Joe, I'm putting you on blast again because like you're my favorite person to put on blast. I love you. But I mean, really, I mean, it's just the win situation. It's sort of like, if you want to win in life, WIN, you have to take the risk. You have to take the risk. You have to take the risk of other people having an opinion. People's opinions. You guys, I've been on these lives for so long. Do you not think that I have not been a target for people to come out and have their whatever opinions? Of course I have been. Do you think that it's really truly mattered that much? Probably the answer is no. Why? Because I'm still here doing it. How did I start doing this? With the self-esteem that felt like it wasn't worthy of doing this. I jumped in it with both feet. I jumped in. I got up this morning, as a matter of fact, and thought to myself, okay, I've got a 9:30. I've got this to do today, but I really want to get on here and I want to do a live stream and I really want to talk about what's on my heart today. So that's why I popped on. I want to talk to those people out there that need to hear, don't wait, jump in. Your self-esteem. Why do we perceive self-esteem as being cocky or conceited? Because we were taught that. If you were to tell a child, and this comes to, actually, let me say this comes to what I'm thinking of here. You know that when you receive a compliment and somebody says, wow, you look really hot today. And you're like, oh, thanks. I really, but my hair, and you start going and critiquing yourself, especially us women. We're really good at that. Men, maybe not so much, but some of you, yeah. Some of you will be thinking, yeah, but I could lose like 20 pounds. Yeah, you probably could, but that doesn't mean you don't look good. You know what I mean? But we discount what people say when they're offering us a compliment, because receiving the compliment goes against what we believe about ourselves, going back to our self-esteem being really patootie. So I have to take a moment because I want to recognize Carol Lane. Carol says, Debbie, you're really good at this. You're entertaining and funny, delivering a great message. You rock. Thank you. I am appreciating you and looking forward to meeting you in person. I really cannot wait. Seriously, I've heard so many great things about you from Joe, and I think it would be fantastic. And thank you, Kirk Nerby. Good morning, bud. What's up? Man, Kirk, woo! Welcome to 2022, February. We are in February. Y'all feel that? Whoo! It's Wendy. I love you, Wendy. Good morning. Oh my God, Wendy, it's been a minute. God, you guys, I love you so much. And you know I've got my handy dandy Priestess of Light card. So we'll pull a general card for the day to kind of set that energy and that tone. So let's go back to the self-esteem and why we look at ourselves when we don't see the beauty that's within us. Well, let's go back to when we're a child and you look at a baby or you look at a child. Let's wait, hold on. Let's not do a baby because a baby's really not going to respond like this is goofy. All right, let's look at my granddaughter. She comes over the other day. She just turns 9. She's wearing this adorable dress. You tell her, you look absolutely adorable. And you know what she says? Thank you. Thank you. Or smiles, or smiles. Give a child a compliment and they smile. Somewhere along the line, we had this put into our brain, though. Somebody said a negative. Somebody said something from their perception that we received as being our own, and boom, your self-esteem has just been blown. Baby, 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 that's not the way it needs to be. It doesn't need to be this way. I was this way. I was that person. Somebody would say something to me. No, I need to lose weight. I need to do, I need to do these things. And these things that we think that we need to do in order to show up for life is just the lie that we've told ourselves to keep us in the fear, the false evidence appearing real. You understand? Keep us safe in our fear. But how can fear be safe? Because that shit we know. That's the comfort zone. You know? So if somebody's giving you a compliment and you're finding yourself going, yeah, but right there in a nutshell, that's telling you that you deserve more. So start giving it to yourself. And this is, I can't, oh, God, I love you guys, man. Boom. Tell you. Love you, Kirk. I'm going to put the StreamYard link back in again. And this is for anybody that wants to break out of the mold, step in, up on into the camera and give their input. I am absolutely open for that. Anybody and everybody that would ever want to. So, bloop, bloop, bloop. Self-esteem. Let's talk about how I started. So we are all getting, before I go there, we're all getting the fact that we all know that self-esteem starts somewhere and that it starts with our belief system. Okay. Granted, somebody outside may have helped to mold that a little bit, but the fact of the matter is we're the one that received that, accepted it, and now it's time to change it. And here's how I did it really simply. I started looking in the mirror. I looked in the mirror and I said, I love you. But I mean, I'm talking looking deep into my eyes, saying, I love you. The other one is a practice that I'm going to give to all of you today. And I'm going to ask you to please all day long to pay attention and then maybe hit me up in my messages later and tell me how you've done. I want you to give other people compliments today. I want you to, when you go and you see somebody, I don't care where you're at, I want you to find something about them that is just hot on point, period, and compliment them. And I want you to watch how they receive that. I want you to watch how that they take that in and how that they're receiving. Please take note. And if you receive a compliment in return, I want you to notice what happens in your body. And then at that point, just relax into it. That is the perfect moment to tell yourself, is that still true? Do I feel like do I feel that I don't deserve to hear what they just said? Probably that's not true. It's time to change the thinking that self-esteem and having confidence is being conceded. That was something that was implanted in us to keep us playing small. And it's time for you to quit playing small. You know, Kirk Nurmi, who is on here right now, man, he quit. He doesn't play small. Kirk doesn't play small. He's big. He plays big. He goes out there and he plays big. He sets those intentions and he just goes for it. Oh, it excites me. It excites me to see my friends who take life by the cojones and bust that shit out like it is nobody's business. Oh, it's amazing. So I'm loving you. Thank you, Wendy. God, it's been a minute, girl. Prince Fleet Easton. Again, I'm going to pop the StreamYard link into the chat. Anybody that wants to come on and share, feel free. I will bring you up and you can say hello. Tony Robbins, he's been big on in my energy field lately. Raise your standards. But what do raise your standards mean? Stop playing small. Raise your standards within yourself. Raise your standards. If your standard, whatever that your normal standard is, it's time to move it up, level up, and raise your standard for yourself. I'll give you an example. So my standard is, am I going to continue to make a choice today that doesn't serve the best and highest good for all of my well-being? How can I make one different choice today that's going to raise my standard? Who do I chill with? Who do I talk to? Who do I spend time with? Those things. Raise your standards. Put yourself around like-minded people that are going to motivate you. And you know why they motivate you? Because you've got this thing burning inside of you that makes you want to go off out in this world and just shine that light you are. Oh my God. You know that you do. And when you get around people who are doing that thing, that energy starts coming to you, like, yeah, I could do that. I can. And then of course, they got that little voice because, oh, really? You think so? And that's where you start learning because you're raising your standards. There's that one little thing I can change today. I can see my voice. I can recognize my voice and I can tell that little voice, hey, yo, I got this today. I can. Yeah, but that seems really conceited the way that you're coming about that. Yeah, well, I really don't give a shit what anybody has to think. I'm going to tell you conceit. This is all about intentions. What's your intention? How do you want to show up? If your self-confidence is based in the fact that you are setting good intentions for yourself and others that come in contact with you, I call that leaving a heart print, then by golly, go for it. Conceit means that you have an ill intent for your behavior. Okay, period. For the people that are receiving, and also, let's face it, there's underlying self-esteem issues with true conceit. So come on, call it what it is. So back to Kirk. Okay, Kirk, what's up? Filmed my first commercial this weekend. How? Because I play big. Dude, for real? You're Jesus Jiminy's, man. Can we all just give Kirk Nurmi huge congratulations. There's another hack. Celebrate each other. How do you celebrate the people in your life? How do you celebrate you? That's one. How do you celebrate you? Just wondering. When we celebrate others, we are in compersion. When we celebrate others, we are in a state of compersion. It is a word. Look it up. Woo! I love that. Uh-oh. In life, things happen. Like your headphones die and you're like, I thought I charged them, but I guess I didn't charge them enough. Going with the flow. So a state of compersion is celebrating others and their accomplishments and their achievements. You want to raise your self-esteem, start showing up, complimenting others, and celebrating them. Please, Joe, can you hear me okay now that my headphones died? Because otherwise I'd be like this. And nobody's going to be able to, yeah, right. Totally things happen. Yeah, totally. Fleety knows that. Prince Fleety, I love you. So compersion in that state. So let's talk about that. What does that look like? Back to being a child when you were children and we celebrate, kids are in joy and they're playing. We celebrate a child's first step. Oh my God, look, they just took a step. Now we're celebrating Kirk Nurmi, who just filmed a commercial. Why? Because he plays big. There you go. It's celebrating each other. This starts building your internal self-esteem. Why? Because when you can recognize something in another, you will begin to see it within yourself. Why? Because you're reflecting all of the time about the things. You're reflecting your internal being all the time. So if you start recognizing that within another, that is within you, you wouldn't even have a point of reference. So how can it not be in you? Do you understand? It is already there. You're just pulling it out, and you're going to pull it out by giving it out as a gift. Now let's talk about that, receiving it. What are you receiving? Are you going to be able to receive it? Or are you going to sit there and you downplay what you're receiving? See, that's why we start with pay attention. Pay attention to what your body says again and what you're thinking. Ask yourself, is that true? Is that true? And I'm going to give you one more mind hack before I go. I'm going to be on for about 5 more minutes. So, those, be it in celebration though, celebration. We celebrate parties, we celebrate birthdays, we celebrate holidays. What if every day were a holiday? What if every day was a day to celebrate somebody in your life? You know, there's one person in your life, somebody in your life, and it could just be you, that you need to just recognize for all of the awesomeness that they have brought to you. Maybe you couldn't have gotten to the next level without this person just showing up, just showing up. It's like, that's it. Okay, I'm going to do some gratefuls. I'm grateful for Prince Fleet Easton right now. I am so grateful for you, Fleety. You know, there was a time when I was in Palm Springs, and you know, it was a time where I was challenged with a situation that wasn't true, and he just had my back. I mean, I just can't even tell you. And Dr. Sharon Strout, who just made her earthly transition just a few days ago, and some other people, you know, but the gratitude I have for your heart, Fleet. That's it. I'm so grateful for your heart and the way that you left heart prints on me, but also for the way that we traipse around Palm Springs and we're like the cross pollinators, and we get to meet everybody, and we have a freaking blast, and we do events together, and we just have so much fun. So I celebrate you, Fleet. I celebrate who you are in this world. I celebrate the fact that you still showed up when Dr. Sharon was in the hospital and you kept the services going. And I celebrate that you're continuing to keep Interfaith Ministries flying, and Damien. I celebrate you, Fleety, though you've been there a long time, and for sticking it out. That's celebrating. Right back at you too, baby. Look at that. He's going to say right back at you. Thank you, Fleety. I love you. That's it. Y'all feel me? You just saw it in action. Boom. You see? And I want to say thank you to everybody that is sending Kirk congrats. Bring him up. You've got some more compersion happening here, more celebrations. I'm just, woo, I'm loving this. Rock on. You guys are badass. You are warriors. You are beautiful, incredible beings. And that is the reason I show up here, so that I can remind you that you are a badass and an incredible divine being that's worth seeing who you really are, what you're really worth. Looking deep into your own eyes and remembering, I am worth love. I am glorious. And if you're a man, I am a divine male creature, the divine masculine, stepping into my power. If you're a female, you know you're a goddess. You know. And we know that we are here because we are the creator. We are the creators. We are all co-creators. I love you too. Whoever said I love you, Deb. I love all of you. If anybody wants to book sessions with me, I am open for that. You can just DM me. I work with people who are ready to cut the bullshit, get accountable for themselves, and learn how to truly step in to loving themselves. Period. Nothing more and nothing less. Nothing more and nothing less. I am that I am that I am in the name of God. That's right. I am that I am. In the book of Genesis. As a couple more life hacks I want to give you real quick. The why. You know, a lot of us spend a lot of time going, why is this happening to me? Because we're stuck in victim and we don't know what else to do. So I'm going to tell you to start using the why. Why is my life so good? Because see, what happens is that our subconscious and our brain is going to look to give you answers, to show up in your reality, the reasons why. You understand? So it's just a game. So why don't you play along? Let's play today. So we're giving out compliments today. So that's leaving our heart prints on the planet. And I love that. But we're also asking ourselves why our life is so awesome. Find something. Why? And self-esteem. Why am I so hot? My God. Yeah, baby. I love me. I mean, shit. God. Yes. That. That. Like for real. Why? You know? I mean, get all into yourself. Look in that bathroom mirror. Ask yourself why you are such an awesome person. Okay? Watch what starts happening. Play along. Play along. Appreciate the very essence of who that you are. Okay. Appreciate the very essence of who you are. Wisdom. Learning joy, art, and music. Wisdom. God. You know, wisdom, what is wisdom? Is that just something you get because you get older and you get experience? And I am the wise old one. Well, I am the wise old one. Jesus just turned 54. Hello. Can I tell you? I love that. I want to say real quick, I want to talk about wisdom here really quickly before I head out. I love this. Prince Fleet Easton says, I am who I am. I am God's own special creation. And I love that. Hello, John Stewart across the pond. Cheers, my friend, to a Cuppa Grata. Good to see you too. Absolutely wonderful to see you. I love you too, John. Wow. God, I love you guys. I love you so much. So wisdom to me is when I tap into the internal beingness that's within me. I'm not up in my head. I'm in my mind-heart connection, which goes from, of course, our frontal lobe or our third eye and into our heart, and we drop in. True wisdom to me is knowing that just accepting and appreciating life as it sits without any external attachments to the outcomes, nor interfering with what life is doing for me, is wisdom. It's listening to the internal voice that's within and really, really allowing that voice to guide you throughout your day. That feels like wisdom. So, and I had a really good experience letting go of the attachments to the outcomes recently. And I'm talking about Joe, of course. So we're having this conversation, and I have a certain image in my mind of what I think things should be with certain things. And he's got a certain vision in his mind of how he thinks things should be. Well, if I'm getting attached to the outcome or practice, and I'm not practicing the art of non-interference, what do you think's happening? Well, I'm going to tell you what's happening is really simple. Things aren't going to go smoothly. That's for damn sure, because I'm going to get angry. Why am I going to get angry? Because I am letting myself down. What? What did she just say? I'm letting myself down. When I have expectations on somebody else and they're not their expectations, they're my expectations, and they're not doing my expectations, I have just let myself down. And I call that butthurt. Like they did something. How did they do something? That's my expectation. Listen, this is some real stuff here. I mean, I've had to have there's a lot of growth for me in realizing that for real, there is no getting around this. It is total 100% accountability. I put that out there. I am the one that is expecting that. Maybe somebody else is perfectly fine with how this is and blah, blah, blah. Whose problem does that make it? It makes it my thing. It's my expectation, my disappointment, nobody else's. There is no blame, shame, criticism going on here. Period. It just is. So in that case, what I had to do when I was attached to this outcome, I had to be willing to be curious what was real and going on inside of me. What's happening in here right now? Because the only way that I was going to actually get down to the bottom of why there was a conflict was for me to get real with what was happening, what needs and values and things like that were going on for me. Well, it also was my truth because I'm attached. That's why I'm attached to what this needs to look like. And That's not serving in this moment. It doesn't serve, period. Actually, I promise you. Expectations lead to the biggest disappointments of our life. I don't believe in true heartbreak. I believe in real serious broken expectations and dreams that we have. I don't believe that things just like, oh, my heart's broken, because it's not. It's this expectation of what I thought that life was going to look like. Well, that's future tripping anyway. Y'all feel me? I mean, that's a whole other, maybe I'll talk about that when I come back on again. But I don't think I'll get into it right now because I really am going to have to get going. However, I want to tell you guys, I really, really appreciate every single person that comes on and all of you that have supported Spirituality Gone Wild for the last 5 years. And thank you, John. Thank you. He says, I'm looking great. Thank you. I love that. Oh my God. And he says, I've been clearing attachments, clearing chakras, and balancing the Kundalini. Yeah. Serious. I love that. I love doing healing work. I love that. Period. Clearing those chakras. You want to do a real quick chakra clear, guys? I want you to just take a deep breath in, belly breath, belly breath. Because if you fill up your lungs and they're feeling the bottom half of your lungs, that's where the expansion is. So we fill up our lungs like little balloons. And then I want you to just see the star chakra above your head and a really beautiful golden light. And just feel it wash through your crown, feel it wash through your third eye. Just let it keep washing all the way through, and then give yourselves a chakra shake. Ooh, chakra shake. Like literally, like that. Like I just did. And I tell you why. Have you ever looked at a dog or a cat or something? They have something happen and they shake it off. They're shaking it off. They just shake it off. They don't sit there and hold on to these emotions for the next 20 years and let their lives go into a pool of shit. Literally, they just shake it off. Now I realize that, okay, we're more intelligent than the animals, but I get that. Well, sometimes I wonder, I don't know, Foxy's she's pretty in tune. I'll tell you what, just saying. Anyway, yes, absolutely. We love our healing work with the angels. You better believe it. And speaking of the angels, the Angel Lady movie, you will see Karen Palmer and Sherry Myers and I on later on this month. I cannot wait. And we will be talking about the Angel Lady movie and many, many other things. There's all kinds of beauty, wonderful things coming for Spirituality Gone Wild. The Symphony of Gratitude is coming, and everybody will see how that they can get involved to put in a submission with their note of gratitude. More coming on that, and how to get in line for the Symphony of Gratitude Awards at the end of the year. That'll be the SOG Awards. I love that, Symphony of Gratitude. I just think that that's just so. Animals don't pay taxes. Are we really more intelligent? Okay, well, I mean, yeah, you got a point there. You really do. No, they just, I look down and I just got to bring this up. Circle of eternal joy, timelessness, and the dance of life. So I'm going to leave you with one more hack, and then I really, truly do have to head out. So here's my hack. Back in the day when my confidence was really, really low, I would put on a song by Demi Lovato called Confident, really loud, and I would dance, and I would actually take steps like I'm stepping into my confidence, and I would take steps, and I would physically step into the power of the feeling of confidence. Okay? I want you to just really let that resonate in you. Confident by Demi Lovato. Put it on and really just feel into the confidence. Step into it. Remember, you not only deserve it, you were born for it, baby. You were born for it. So, without further ado, darlings, I must head out. And I love you, John. Well, thank you right back. And thank you to everybody that showed up today. I love you tremendously. I am so grateful for you. And Joe Sliker, I am absolutely 100% grateful for you. And I'm really like stoked about our life. I talk about some things, how we get through them. But the fact of the matter is that uh, it's just fun. That's all I got to say about that. It's just fun. He'll come on at some point and talk some more too. We'll share some more about relationship connection and all that good jazz. See you later, alligators. After a while, crocodiles.